tea, no shade. Tony L and J, what type of tea they serving? Is it Lipton? Probably the type that Kermit be sipping. Take your mouth and start then clicking. This dope trio delivering substance with subjects that's busting. Make you wanna join the discussion. Real people, real topics with a little bit of gossip. Out in the Bay, ripping 8-1 trade. It's all tea, no shade. All tea, no shade.
Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome to All Tea No Shade, where we are serving tea without the shade.
That's right. It's time to get it in.
So pull up a seat. Let's start the sip sesh.
Another fresh one.
All right, it's my favorite time. It's the Who Am I?
Why is it your favorite time though? I don't understand. You stumping us?
Be winning.
No, I don't be winning. I just like to see you guys go at it.
Yeah, and Tony won last week, so he's trying to come back.
2-point conversion time.
Score is 15-8. Tony's on that comeback.
Gotta get out of this damn single digit.
You got a long ass way to go though.
You will not be so damn disrespectful.
Right.
Yeah, I do, because he was winning. He be doing it to me.
This is true.
I'm the New England Patriots.
All right,
He's
so
Atlanta Falcons.
Refocus.
Never forget.
This man is an Aries, which obviously I appreciate.
That don't help me.
From Ontario. So
Ontario.
Drake.
No.
Weekend.
But he is
The Weekend.
a singer. Nope, not The Weeknd.
Party Next Door.
Nope.
I don't know nobody else from Canada. I'm done.
He's a singer-songwriter. He plays the guitar.
Hootie and the Blowfish.
His birth name is Ashton Simmons.
There's a
Plays
guitar.
a
That's not a-
guitar. From Canada.
Ontario.
He's recently broke. So his first studio album was released August 25th, but he's had quite a few singles that have been out.
Daniel Caesar.
Yes.
Yes.
Who the hell is that?
You don't know Daniel Caesar?
No, I don't know. I've never heard of that
The
name.
boy on the winning streak. Let's go.
Fuck that. I don't know who that is.
Daniel Caesar. I don't even
Daniel Caesar is amazing. You need to get put on. Jay, put some Daniel Caesar on right now for the kid.
Oh, man.
Daniel Caesar. What's his one? What is his hits? Let me see if I can find one of those hits for him.
Never heard of
While
him.
y'all talking
I
about.
probably heard the song, but
Streetcar is my favorite, but a lot of people don't know
Streetcar.
that. But Get You is very popular. Best Part is very popular too. You've heard this before, Tony.
Oh, with her. I'll admit, the only reason I guessed it is because I don't know any other artist that's new out right now. That's a male.
Yeah.
So it had to only be a few.
I know this.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the guy. He's just
I always thought a female song was song.
no. This is the guy right now singing. It's a duet.
Oh, okay, I got
Her and him. He's the male part.
Yeah,
I
he's
know
good.
that.
He's good. I like him.
He's amazing, and he's slept on a little bit. And I think he deserves the kind of, he's getting a little bit of acclaim, a little bit of notice, and I think he deserves it. He kind of reminds me of Black. Like, I don't know what happens to Black.
Who's Black?
He spelled with a 6, Black with a 6.
He just dropped a new album.
Did he?
Yeah, it came out last week.
I need to listen to this, because I be vibing off of him.
Yeah, he actually came out on Friday, his new album. But Daniel Caesar, I would love to see him in concert. I just love good R&B.
Yeah. And he's so young to be doing such like grown neo soul.
How old is he?
He's only like 23.
Oh,
Wow.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Canada, though. Canada is putting out some great artists. You got Drake, you got Party Next Door, you got The Weeknd. Weeknd's from Canada too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So Daniel Caesar. I feel like Canada.
Like all the good R&B is coming out from
internationally.
yeah.
For a while, it was Europe that was killing it.
Yeah.
And now Canada's killing it. Come on, USA. We got to bring it back, man. We got to bring it back where it started.
That ain't your shit.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our listener shout out. Who we shouting out today? Tony.
Our listener shout out is going to Priscilla Bynum this week. Priscilla
Hey,
Bynum.
Priscilla.
What up, Priscilla?
Priscilla's been chiming
Priscilla,
in.
you got an old name, though. I ain't going to lie.
Priscilla is a little bit of an
That's
older
a little old
name.
We love you, though.
Priscilla
But
Beach
everybody
House.
I know who's Priscilla, is Priscilla Hispanic? Is
No,
she
she's
Latina?
not.
Oh, everybody I know who's they're Black Latin.
I got you.
So they're always like chocolate and they're always spicy. Like I've never met a not spicy Priscilla. Like every Priscilla I know gives hell.
Yeah, and this Priscilla probably gives hell, too. She probably
Oh,
giving us
yeah.
hell right now for talking about her name.
She gonna beat your ass, Jay.
Shut up.
My bad.
So
All right.
shout out go to Priscilla.
Shout out Priscilla. Thank you for all the love and support. And you guys, if you want to love and support us too, hit us up on our Facebook page. It's called All Tea No Shade. Or our Instagram, it's All Tea No Shade Podcast. Or you can always shoot us an email at allteanoshadepodcast@gmail.com.
Y'all go follow us. Follow us on IG.
Follow us,
Come
like
on
us,
now.
add us, help us, share us.
Share us.
All right. So, how was everyone's week?
My week has been pretty good. No real complaints. I will let you know that I did go recently on my 4th date with a young lady. So
With Becky?
A pretty young
Becky?
thing.
Becky?
Nah, ain't no Becky.
Okay.
Nah, she a sister.
Becky, though.
She a sister.
What
What
is
you
wrong
say?
with
Oh,
you?
You supposed to get
he
Becky.
said he gonna get Becky.
You know the song?
Give me that Becky.
Yeah.
Give me that
that's
Becky. You don't know. I'll add it later.
Add it on now.
But
Don't
yeah.
put that on our shit. You know I don't know it already. That cannot go on the show.
Oh, that sounds familiar. No, I
Yeah.
mean I'll add to the background.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's been going good. She'll probably be mad that I said that on air, but
So people you date, they be calling you out on the podcast
Some of
about
them
the
have.
podcast?
Some of
No
them
one's
have.
called me out on the podcast.
but I don't say anything bad about anyone that I've been dating.
Right.
I'm not like L. I'm like telling people
I
that
haven't
he's too-
said bad
that
things
he's
about
too
anybody
short.
I was
Keep
dating.
your name
Too
out my
short.
mouth,
No, I'm
nigga.
playing. No.
Shut up.
But yeah, that's been my week. Tony, how's your week been?
No, he's been good. Just been good. Just focusing writing, man.
Why do you sound like a crackhead Chris Tucker? I mean, he's been good. I just been fighting. I just been.
A crackhead Chris Tucker. That's
That's
funny.
what Kobe, my man. Kobe, my man. Kobe.
No, he's been good, man. I just been writing, man. Getting these. I've been retweaking a film, and I'm writing my full-length play, and I'm retweaking another play. That
I'm ready to see you blow up. I mean,
I
you
can't
probably you've blown up for Tampa.
Yeah.
But I want to see you blow up,
Right.
and get your deserve because you're a hell of a creative writer. So you definitely.
Yeah, a lot of crazy
Focus
things
on
on
that.
in my mind right now, so I can write that stuff down.
Oh, how was your week?
My week's been good. I went to a social. I haven't been dancing, like social dancing, in a really long time, like consistently. So every time I go back, I'm like, I don't know why I don't do this. So
Wait, you say you have gone to a social dance?
yeah, I haven't been social dancing a lot recently.
You mean dancing with civilians, regular folk like me? That what you mean?
Yes.
Ah, okay, I got you.
Social dancing, it could be with anybody. It's like just going to a club or going to a social for dancing instead of like choreographed dancing.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So I haven't social danced in a long time.
Y'all, I had to clarify because y'all know us regular folk don't know what social dancing is. We just go to dance. So she was like, I haven't been
What you
social
guys
dancing
normally
in a
do
long
is
time.
social dancing. So that's what I'm saying. I haven't gone social dancing. I haven't gone out dancing in a long time.
That's good.
So,
I'm glad you
I
getting
hate
out.
you. Why
doing
you
it.
have to just mess up my little, what's my week?
I'm glad you've been getting out because you do love dancing. So, but like I said in a few episodes a while ago, I'm sure you miss being a student or sometimes just going out and having a good time.
Yeah.
And not always leading, So I definitely salute you for that.
All right, guys. Let's go ahead and move on to my least favorite.
It's least favorite when she's losing. And
I
her
won last week.
favorite. Yes, you did win last week.
All right.
So it's still your least favorite because even though you won.
Yeah, it's too much stress.
Hey, make a
All
thing.
right.
Like a thing, she don't like thank you.
So its score is 6-4.
Wait,
Elle
I
is
didn't even
winning.
say what it is. That sounds familiar. Let me finish.
Oh, that's her segment.
That sounds familiar. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is.
Like
Y'all
a
know
female version of Don Cornelius.
y'all know what it do. So we're gonna knock these out. We're gonna putting Tony and Elle against each other. Listeners, you in your car, wherever you listen to, please try to beat them as well. All right, before
Hold on. Yeah, you know who Don Cornelius is?
No.
I can tell by your laugh.
Wow, you
I can
know
tell you don't know who that is.
Soul Train.
Whatever. Whatever.
You know that though.
I do know Soul Train.
Okay. Well, we just gonna act like you know it. So, all right. So
I hate you, Tony.
Gave me that phony laugh. I was like, this nigga.
Tony called you out on. He was like, "That's a fake
Let me
ass laugh. That's a
live.
fake ass laugh." All right. So score is 6-4. L. Maybe the listeners y'all are beating them both. So
get
like
back
we
in
said,
this
L
thing.
won last week.
Get back
So
in
we're
this
gonna
thing.
bring it back. We're gonna. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give y'all tell y'all now. Every song that I chose for this episode are very popular songs. All right. So the first one,
Need a buzzer.
we ain't getting no buzzer.
Just say the damn thing.
Why you got your eye closed again? You closed your eye last week.
She's trying to focus, man.
I'm focused, man.
focus.
Yeah, I guess that Buddhism work.
So the first song came out in 1996.
Aw, shit.
1996.
I was a full 10. ODB, Method Man, Red
No.
Man, Wu-Tang.
Don't let her beat you, Tony. Listeners, you know it?
Paris one.
No, I know it. It's Ooh La 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 Fuji's.
There you go, Fuji.
I
Lauryn
do know
Hill.
the Fugees,
You know the
but I didn't
Fuji,
hear
don't
it.
you?
I haven't heard the song in so long. I hear Wyclef Jean now.
Yeah, so that was Fugees, 1996. I tried to pick a popular one.
Okay, cool.
Man, I was a sophomore in high school when that song came out.
96. Oh my, yeah, I graduated.
All right.
La la la.
So you know it. So you
I do
know
know
it.
it. I just haven't heard it in a long time.
Of course, because it was 1996. All right.
Nigga, I ate you.
All right, next song is 2002. All right. One Tony, Zip L.
Oh,
Come on, L.
It's
You
a
don't
group.
know it? I'm not giving
all
you
my
no
life
hints.
I've been po. Ain't saying no
I ain't giving
more.
no.
City
I forgot their name. All my life been po. But it really don't matter no more. I forgot the group. Whiskey, Tennessee, something.
No, they,
God damn it.
nope.
Mob Deep. Not
No.
Mob Deep.
They just said it. They just said
Nappy
it.
Roots,
There
Nappy
you
Roots?
go, Nappy Roots.
They said Nappy Roots. I could not pick that
Nappy
up.
Roots. Nappy Roots. I was trying to wait till y'all. They said this.
I know
can hear
Anthony
it.
Hamilton was involved.
Yes, Nappy Roots featuring Anthony Hamilton.
Right.
All My Life. That's the name of the song.
Got
L,
that
I
down.
gave you that one. L. I was like,
I gotta have
I was
Gave it
waiting.
to both of us. He could have heard it too.
He could have heard it too. He could have heard it too. All right, so it's 1-1.
To this day, I still didn't know they said Nappy Roots.
Yep, Nappy Roots. That was a great band. They didn't last that long, unfortunately.
They should
but
have, though.
I thought they had made great music. All right, next song, 2016. All right, coming to the little present day.
Drake.
Tish Young.
Not Drake.
XXX.
No.
Party Next Door.
There you go. You know this song, Tony? No. Party Next Door.
Never heard it. Who is this?
Hey, Party Next Door.
That's the name of the group?
One guy.
One guy.
He's from Canada.
That's Party Next Door is the name of his. That's his title.
Yep, Party Next Door.
That nigga.
Drake. I guess Drake found
That
him. Did
name.
Drake find him?
And I think Party Next Door is a producer who's been producing for a hot minute. And
Okay.
now he's like a what's that other guy who used to produce and then finally came out?
I don't know.
I know, but that comes on just like X song.
Does it?
Yep.
Yeah, I like Party Next Door.
I love his stuff.
Yeah, I
It's
like Party
very
Next Door.
Caribbean hip hop.
Yeah. All right. So it's 2-1. 2-1. Next song came out in 2005. Y'all need to be on this one though, because
Damn
it's
it.
a very popular song in 2005.
Hey, Whisper
song.
Yin Yang Twins.
He got it first.
Can we replay this?
He got it first. I heard it in my ear. He said whisper. Oh, she know this song.
I know, right?
That song was so nasty. Wait till you see my dick.
The fact that they were whispering it made me want to listen so much
He's
more.
like, what they
It's like, what's he saying? What's he saying?
Yeah, it was
Yin Yang Twins.
no one had ever done a song where they would whisper the entire time.
The whole time.
The
right?
whole time. All right, so it's 2-2. I like this. It's close this week. Okay, so this is the winner of all, and I don't think they're gonna get it, listeners.
Doodle Brown. Doodle Brown.
Doodle Brown.
2018.
Oh shit! This is where you be stumping me at.
Drake, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott. She just be throwing out stuff though.
Right.
What was it right? Pills and Potions.
You got
I
it
don't
right.
know.
It's Travis Scott. Let's
thank
just jam out for a little bit.
No, not.
2018.
Called Stargazing.
Not that many people who put stuff out.
And I still ain't listened to the album yet.
You should.
I know. It's like
You really
I'm like a
should.
month late, right, for the new one, the last new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a really, really good album, Travis Scott album. So, all right. Congratulations to L.
L to the
She
E.
is the winner. She won 3-2.
Yeah, she relaxed now. Look at her.
She is now winning 7-4. But listeners, let us know if you are beating them both. Don't call it lying though. Don't lie. Just tell her the truth. What we got next?
All right, next let's get into our main topic this week, fellas.
This should be an interesting
I'm excited
topic.
for this one. This one we are talking all things binge worthy. What are we binging on?
Lord.
This can be everything: music, food, life,
I'm gonna feel bad
activities,
about this one.
all.
I'm gonna feel bad.
Don't feel bad.
I'm gonna feel bad. Because I know I've binged way too much
Oh,
stuff.
I've been binging like a bitch. So, can I start with it first?
Yes,
Go ahead,
get
girl.
it.
All right, so Hulu just added, or I don't know if they've just added, but in the last release that Hulu did, they added ER. It's like a 90s TV show. It's pretty much like,
Are you trying to
that
educate
old?
me on ER from 1990s when I was older than
well,
you?
yeah, whatever.
Go ahead.
I'm talking
proud
to
about
the sippers that are my age, okay? It's the original Grey's Anatomy. Like it
That's
is
true.
so good. And it has like John Stamos, it has Mekhi Phifer. It has like some of my faves. Like
I don't know why, but I never got into ER. But it was super popular. That's where George Clooney started.
yes, George
in
Clooney
ER.
is in
Yeah.
it. It's everyone. Like literally, there's so many people that I see now like acting that were in there.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was a launching pad for a lot of people.
I seen a recent picture of Mekhi Phifer. It looks bad now.
Mekhi Phifer.
Mekhi
I haven't
Phifer
seen him
never
in a while.
aged well to me. Like even in
He's like swole.
I just watched ER and he comes in really young. And
Yeah.
even by the time he left, like
just
he
looked
did not
old.
age. He's not aging according to his melanin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because typically black don't crack unless you're doing crack.
Hey.
What is it about hospital shows that do so well? Why are we so intrigued with humans?
I don't even think it's a hospital show,
Should
but
be
I think
related.
I think
to
it's stuff. I think it's a puzzle that gets fixed in an hour. People like to be
That's
presented
true.
with a
That's
problem.
true. That's very true.
See the way they fix the problem, and at the end, the problem is fixed, or there's
Yeah.
some resolution. I think that's
Yeah.
why lawyer shows are good. That's
Right.
why Scandal was good at first. I hated it at the end.
And actually, I thought Scandal ended really well.
I never did watch the end of it.
Oh, you should
because
go back to the last
it got,
3 seasons.
It got so bad at
Yeah.
one point that I couldn't. I think that's why medical shows work so well too, because you're presented with patients who are in some kind of pain, and
Right.
then
Yeah.
they're diagnosed, and you find out what happens, and they get cured or treated or whatever. But there's a conclusion. And I think especially if you have a busy job or a busy day, or there's a lot of unresolved things in your life, which for all of us,
Yeah.
then it's nice to see a button on something.
Just think about all the hospital shows that have existed over time. ER,
Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy.
House.
House.
Oh, I loved House.
House. House was amazing. The Practice, right?
The Practice. What was the spin-off to The Practice?
Something in Seattle.
Yes.
It was a spinoff of.
The Private Practice, and then it was the spin-off. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was called.
But I'm sure there's been way. Oh, in the comedy, they had a comedy hospital show too. It came on NBC, but I can't
really?
think of the name of it.
They had the one with the doctor who would go to the people's houses and
But yeah, it's a lot
in New
of
York. Like, there's a bunch. There's a ton. It's good. It's just interesting. It's good. It's drama. But like I said, it's always resolved at the end. And it's a lot of people that you know. So it's cool to watch an old show, but also still see people that you see now that you know. So that's nice. And plus, George Clooney was really attractive at that point.
You know what show I haven't watched in a long time. It's an old show, but I think it came out around the same time ER came out. Was Lost. Remember Lost? It came out on.
I never watched it.
I never watched it.
Oh,
Everyone said it was
should watch
amazing.
Lost. It is amazing, but it's binge worthy. But
Yeah.
it's a lot, like 11 seasons or 10 seasons.
Yeah.
I love when it's thick. I love when I can
Hey,
just go.
He's so stupid.
Well,
yeah, but yeah.
I love when I can go like multiple binge sessions to finish it. Like, that's the best.
See, I'm the like opposite of that. If I get to a show and I see that it has like 7, 8 seasons, I won't watch it because unless it's highly, highly recommended. Because I feel like it's too much.
Right.
It's like it's too much for me to finish it. I'm never gonna get through 8 seasons like ever. When I binge, I want to binge, be able to get it done in like 2 weeks.
That's the best part for me, because I don't want it to be done, because then I don't have to. When it's done, now I'm done with ER, and now I got to figure what else to watch. And I'm like, I don't want to have to figure it out. I just want to all of a sudden I come home, I know I'm watching ER. So for the last 2 weeks, every time I come home, I am watching. It's what is happening. I'm watching ER.
Right.
Tony, you got something you're watching right now?
No. Well, yes. El Chapo.
El Chapo.
El Chapo is the Mexican cartel dealer. He has a season out. I ain't gonna say he has a season out, but there's a season out about him on Netflix right now.
I watched that.
It's pretty good. The acting is a little poor, But it's like you said earlier, it's the backstory.
Yeah.
The backstory of it, of just knowing this guy's life and what he was doing and how he was running this stuff worldwide, it was crazy.
I'm fascinated about all the drug.
Right.
Maybe in another life I was the drug dealer or something. Cause I'm fascinated about all that.
I don't get them. I can't. Like the
No.
Ozark, I'm trying so hard to get through it.
That's my other one.
But Ozark's completely
It's not
different
drugs,
from
it's like
like
illegal.
no. It's involved with drugs to a certain
Yeah.
extent.
It's like real life.
But I don't. But like Narcos.
Right.
Like I love Narcos. I binge watched Narcos super quick.
Everybody did.
Did you see Narcos? Al?
No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I thought Narcos was really good, but again, it goes to the backstory of everyone else. Cause it started off with what's the main guy
In Ozark?
No, in Narcos.
I don't know.
You never watched it? Who was the drug kingpin in Colombia?
Colombia drug thing. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! Well, whoever I can't think of his name.
I can't think of it either, but I know who you're talking about.
So it starts off with him, and then the second season it goes to the Cali cartel, and so in the third season, there's not a third season, but they kind of leave it like it's gonna be one. So it just kind of tells you that most of the people they have on there have been told the correct story from people still alive.
Yeah.
And so Narcos is definitely good. So I watched a lot of Narcos. I binged that hell out of that thing.
Another binge-worthy show that I've been watching, it just got released on Netflix, is Serial Killers.
Paul Escobar.
Escobar.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, I knew who he's talking about. Has anybody seen this show, Serial Killers?
Serial Killers. I have not seen that show.
Okay, it is freaking good. All right, so it's actual.
This is a documentary?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actual serial killer. It's like an interview kind of.
Oh, I started off watching that, but I didn't finish it because I saw episode 1.
It's actual serial killer on death row.
Nice.
And it starts off with the serial killer first, and he walks through his story, right?
Oh, okay.
Of what transpired and what happened. And inevitably, I'm like, oh my God, this poor man.
Of course, right? His story is the only way.
Yeah, because it's really, your perspective is so crazy, right? Because you listen to them and their perspective, and like literally you listen to the serial killers first, which I think is the most important thing that they did, is they put the serial killers first, so you are sympathetic at some point to them. And then after that, they go to like the family and the prosecutor and the attorneys, and they tell or other inmates, and they get them to tell the same story. But the stories are so different, like of how they retell it, how they express and like express themselves and who they think this person is. It's crazy.
Yeah, I watched the very first episode, and the guy it was sad in a sense because the crime that got him into prison really wasn't that bad. But once he got in jail, in order to survive, and to get a better jail cell block, he ended up killing people. So he wanted to get on death row, because it was better to live in death row because in their mind, not only did they know the environment, but they knew that there was an ending to their life down the road. So that first guy, he was crazy. He was like, "You looking at me like I'm crazy right now." But I didn't get past episode 1 though.
Well, at some point you don't like. I would think that I would imagine if I was in prison and in jail, like the one thing you're forced to, but you don't really want to do is grow old in jail. Because the whole thing is being strong and powerful enough to defend yourself. The older you get is the less able or capable you are to defend yourself. So to me, that would be really scary, is to grow old, like be less physically capable in a situation where you're relying on your physicality to survive.
Isn't it funny that we put like the villain like make his story the thing, so you get captured into that? But in reality, in real life on the outside, it's backwards. You know what I mean? It's just funny how that like power.
I don't. But the thing is, that's the thing about the human life and the human experience, and what I love about this show, why it's so binge worthy, is because I don't think either one of them is right. I don't think they're lying. I don't think the serial killer is lying. This is how he personally perceives it, right? And I don't think the other people are lying. That's how they perceive it too. And I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. Like,
the truth is always somewhere in the middle.
Like when you're going about and doing things, you're not always concerned about how big of a imprint you make on other people. We all live our lives, living our best life.
Living my best life.
Ain't go back and forth with you. But like we all live our life, and we are trying to live the best life, and sometimes we don't always pay attention to the ramification it has on other people. And I feel like these serial killers, they aren't always like, there's a mental gap in their brain.
Right.
What was the name of the other show that was really good that people was talking about? I think it was called like
Killing People?
It was about the making of a murderer.
That was amazing.
That was
Y'all be watching some
amazing.
TV, boy.
That was amazing.
Like I said, I'm a little embarrassed by how much TV I kind of watch because for me,
I don't watch enough.
For me, I'm such a thinker. I think all the time.
Yeah.
That I need activities that just takes my mind off of life, off of thinking. And so that's why I watch a lot of TV. But Making of a Murderer was like
really good.
Really good. Have y'all I started watching recently, or rewatching Sons of Anarchy.
I love Sons of Anarchy.
Did you watch Sons of Anarchy, Tony? You didn't watch that either? Damn.
It's so good. First of all, it's my favorite intro. Someone in this world, all alone.
She's really going off over here right now.
I freaking love that damn intro. And it's Pam from friggin' The Bundy Show.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a badass.
Yeah.
And the guy, what's his name? Jax is hot as hell. He is.
You know, they got
I will swirl all day for him.
For him.
The swirl.
The swirl is
swirl?
chocolate and
Chocolate
vanilla.
and vanilla.
Oh.
But yeah, I thought Sons of Anarchy was a great show.
Great show.
And you wouldn't think it would be a great show as a black person because it's a show about bikers.
Yeah.
Riding motorcycles. But then you watch it, it's not a show about motorcycles. That's just the backstory.
Yeah. It's the one thing unifying them together.
Yeah.
But it's nothing.
Yeah, so it was really
a family.
good. It's definitely binge worthy. I am proud to say that I didn't binge Sons of Anarchy. I actually watched that when it used to come out. So let me ask y'all: do you think that we spend too much time watching TV than being productive? You just said that like you think that we are a generation that we're less active.
Yeah.
So you think binge watching? Do you think we spend too much time doing it?
I mean, yeah. I think we come home, we get in front of the TV, we watch TV, and the TV takes away the fact that you're by yourself, or
That's true.
That you're not interacting with people. So we get home from a job where we're forced to interact, or we're not interacting at all, depending on what kind of job you have.
Right.
But it's not real interactions. We're forced to interact, right? And then we come home, and if you are single, then you're by yourself. Or if you are with your family, you're with them, but you're watching TV. A lot of times you're not communicating.
Yeah.
And so we're in front of like the stupid box, my dad calls it.
The stupid box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're watching it. You're not really communicating with the people in your house or with other people.
Right.
Now, if there was no TV, it would force you to go out more. It would force you to be active because you would be bored.
Right.
And so...
But there was a moment in history where sitting around the TV with your family was the thing to do. Like that was it was traditional. It was important because that was family time.
Yeah, it's a tradition.
And so
it connects. It can connect you because if you talk about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times you watch people on TV now. Like if I go with my brother to watch TV, he actually does. He's talker for the whole thing. But if I go with my mom,
I don't hate that. Don't talk to me.
I go with my mom. We'll both be on our phone.
Right.
While the TV's watching us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So the interaction isn't there. So I think it's important because it does dial your brain back. It's a time to relax and rest. But I do think it's also a barrier or boundary to, especially if you're not like super extrovert. It's a reason to stay home and to not interact with other people.
I think it could be a good way since knowing that social media is or social media and binge watching is something that's an American pastime now. It's a good way to, if you're dating someone, to say, hey, let's choose a show that we can watch together.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the same building, but this is our show. We're gonna watch it and then we can discuss it. I think it helps create conversation. But part of me does think that we probably spend too much time watching TV than being productive.
And it can be a bonding thing too, because I have had an ex where we both were watching a show, but we couldn't watch it without each other.
Absolutely, I've been there. Absolutely,
and
yeah.
so
I do that now.
we were like, "Are you coming? You better
Right.
get here!"
Yeah,
like,
absolutely, yeah.
But it became our thing, 110% our thing. So it can be a bonding thing, but I think a lot of times we just do it because we're not thinking.
Yeah.
Most of my business shows is we would have to watch it together. I'm pretty backwards. 'Cause I got so much going on.
Yeah.
So my life is like kind of on a schedule. So I go to work, I come home, I try to be productive for at least about an hour and a half, and then I'm coaching football. And then I come back after that, then I try to do something else kind of productive. But it's like maybe a TV show or something's on, then I'll do it then, or on especially Sunday. Sunday's the time to catch up.
Yeah, for me, I look at it as quality time because for me, if I'm with my lady, I don't necessarily we don't have to be talking and forth with me and enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's just sit beside me. Let's watch our show. We're in the same space. We're having a good time.
The best mornings, true or false, is it's rainy outside, Saturday morning, you with your boo, your bae. Y'all just decide to not get out of bed.
Just lay there.
And y'all just laying there watching TV, cuddled up.
Watching Shark Tank.
Rain pouring. Y'all might get some Uber Eats. Watching Shark, something ridiculous. Like, that is the best Saturdays.
That's
like,
a good quality time, man.
Whew,
I
so
enjoy
good.
it.
Yep. Roll over, get you some. Roll back over.
What's one show that you would be upset with if you woke up tomorrow and were stuck in that show, real life?
Oh my God, all of them. I don't want to be in any of them hoes.
Hold on. What was that question?
What show would you be upset with if you woke up tomorrow morning and you were in that show?
Oh, shit.
And you was like, damn, like, this is my life now? I mean, this is me? Like, what the fuck?
Mine probably would be the Ozark. I don't want to stay there.
No? You want to stay in the Ozark?
Hell no.
Why? What's wrong with the Ozark?
Too country. It's too country. There's nothing like going on. No, it's just a lake. They just got a lake.
Yeah. You don't have what show for you?
Oh my! I don't want to be in any show.
I know you said pick one.
I don't want. I feel like any of
The one that you really like, but you were like, if I lived in that life, I could not do it.
I don't really like a lot of them. I like old stuff, but like, I think the worst would be like if I was in like a hip hop. What's the hip hop shows with the drama, or like Black Ink Crew? Like if I was like a tattooer, like I would kill myself. Like. Or any of the dating shows are super awkward.
Yeah, I would never do those.
Never do. I would.
Like, I wouldn't, like,
life.
even though I love Power, I would not want to wake up and be in Power and live that life. Like, I would want to deal with someone like
Depends on who your
K-Man.
character is.
That's true.
Who your friend is. But nobody's trustworthy.
Nobody.
Your ass can die
super
tomorrow.
shady.
So yeah, you're right. I would not want to be in Power.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in Power. Like, I love Power, but I would not want to be in it. Do you guys think streaming services will eventually be the what's the word I'm looking for? Achilles heel for like cable companies? Because cable companies for a while, like, I don't have cable anymore. Do y'all have cable?
I do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, so I don't have cable either, and so I know a lot of people that's cutting the cord, as they say. Do you think streaming is going to cause cable to like go away eventually?
No, I don't think. I'm sorry, but I don't think they will go away. I just think they're going to raise prices,
which they are doing.
Right, they are doing now because people are just using. They're raising their internet prices.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now that whole bill passed about
What bill?
remember it was like early this year was that bill about regulating the internet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like all that streaming services on the way of jumping up drastically in prices because of like streaming is going to be more expensive because all of that's going to get jacked up. I think cable is being smart because cable realizes like right now my cable package is tied into my internet package.
Right.
And so the one thing that we definitely do need is internet. And so the cable companies, all they're doing is raising their internet packages and lowering their cable.
Right.
So when I got my deal, it was $10 to add cable. It was like the plan that I got. It was like it was the fastest internet that you could get, and it came with cable. And if I wanted to get just the internet, I would have gotten a slower internet.
Right.
It would have been $10 cheaper. And so it was like, no, I'll just pay the $10 extra to get the faster internet, and it comes with cable. Right. So I feel like that's what all cable companies are going to do.
Yeah, I don't think that cable will ever go away completely, but I think, like Tony said, that they're just going to raise the prices.
My Hulu keeps raising right the hell on up. It was $7.99, then it was $11.99.
I was about to cancel my Hulu the other day until Tyrannium got shut down. They closed it down.
Yeah,
so
I heard that.
I've seen everybody.
So
go
now
crazy,
everyone's trying to wait to see what the next program is going to be for Fire Stick or any the streaming things. But I'm like, well, now I can't really. Technically, you can still watch it for a little while, but eventually those links aren't going to work anymore.
Yeah, they're getting smart out there.
I don't really like Hulu though. Like,
why not?
I don't see. You made a good point. They have a lot of old shows on there. I don't watch a lot of old shows.
Oh.
I watch mostly current shows.
Oh,
and so
you gotta dip yourself in the back because that came out wrong. Dip yourself back in time. That's better. But
Thank you.
The best part about those shows is they have conclusions. So when you start a series, you don't have off rip that it's done, and so you're gonna come to the end. Like instead of coming to and still having to wait every week for it to I'd hate waiting the weekly and waiting for it to pop up. I'd rather just binge and literally be able to watch everything.
Yeah, I don't know. And
those 90s shows are good.
That's a question. Do you think the shows today are better than the 90s shows, or the 90s shows better than the shows today? Listeners, answer that question as well.
I'm going with the 90s. Better.
I'm gonna say the 90s are a little bit simpler, but also a little bit more real, and the interaction's better. But I will say, like, some of the smarter stuff, like Blacklist and like
Blackish.
not Blackish. I wouldn't count that as smarter, but some of those smarter shows where like a lot of things are happening. Like, I can't think of, the only thing I think of right now is Blacklist, but what's the other one with that guy?
You got a new one just started called Jack Ryan.
Are you talking about sitcoms or just anything in general?
Like the TV shows that have that
24.
like those actual storylines that are huge and very, very intricate. You didn't really see those in the 90s, and they're good now. So
I feel
like
Quantico. I
Quantico.
feel like the shows are better now, though, and maybe
Are you
because
talking about like sitcoms? Or
sitcoms,
just,
yeah, like sitcoms.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think sitcoms are better at all now.
Well, I guess
Different world,
what's
living
sitcom?
single.
Oh no, you're right. No,
Right.
sitcoms aren't better, but I think there's like, I feel like there's way more diversity and way more shows that we can connect with versus 90s, right? So where there's a lot of leading black characters.
I feel like there was more black shows back in the day.
Oh, what?
I thought
Yes, way
Really?
Family Matters.
A lot of these black shows
Cosby
now,
shows.
I think, to me, when I watch some of the black shows, I can't watch it. Be honest with you, like the content is not grabbing me like it did back in the 90s. I think like they're trying too hard for
No,
certain
I
things.
agree
And
that-
I know they try to put out a lot of positivity things, but I think that also dumbs down.
I agree that there's more shows with black families, but I think there's more shows with leading black actors now. You think about like you got so many. You have How to Get Away with Murder. You have Scandal.
Right.
You have Insecure. You have
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
No, it's canceled.
What was
But
canceled?
Mary Jane. It's been canceled for a long time.
I'm just
More
saying, but
recently,
still,
but yeah.
still
But
a black.
I feel like, no, what I'm saying is I feel like there's less of that. I feel like back in the day, there was like a ton of black shows all at once. And then now we get a sprinkle of them with like actual shows where people are acting. Like there's a ton of black reality shows. But like actual actors acting, I don't feel like there's a lot. I feel like you have Power, you have Empire, you have Insecure, you have Blackish.
Yeah, ATL.
Atlanta, yeah.
Atlanta.
You got, we can't name them all, but I think there's way more. But then you had, back then you had Cosby Show, Different World,
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
But the thing we're talking about right now is like we're comparing hour-long shows versus sitcoms. So there's two
Yeah.
different things, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's different.
I think
times.
I like I like old school shows, period. I
Right.
think that they're more honest. Like I feel in terms of the human reaction or interaction. I think now it's just like I don't know, they bore me now.
Right. Like there's no more Martins and
Yeah,
Yes.
there's definitely no
Color
Martin
and
in the
Jamie
moment.
Foxx show was even
Oh,
funny. You know,
so good.
But I wonder if part of that is because that we're older, we expect more. Right? Like versus when we were younger and watching Martin, we were still very young, and we just connected with it. Maybe we
I
just
don't know
But there's
because
no
you
fun-
had like
there's
even our
nothing
parents
comparable.
watched that. Like our
Yeah, my
parents got
mama
it
used to
right.
watch it and die.
Yeah.
That comes on now, but like I would stop and watch
I
it.
still die. I waiting. Why has Martin not come on Hulu or Netflix yet?
Like I gave Blackish a chance and
Some kind of deal. I'm
it
sure.
just didn't grab
It
me.
doesn't grab me.
It doesn't grab me.
I love
I
Blackish
think
for
Anthony, what's
for the aspect of the black perspective that it brings. I don't think it's as good as obviously as Bill Cosby and other shows.
Right.
But I do like the fact that it is a positive image of a black family,
Right,
and a
right,
diverse
right. Agreed.
family. You know. So Elle, last week you mentioned there's a new saying that's going around called Netflix and chill and Hulu and do you.
Yeah.
Which would y'all rather do if you were staying in for the night with your boo? Netflix, Hulu, Stars, HBO.
I actually like Hulu better. I tend to do Hulu more than I do Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, because Hulu to me has a bigger catalog at this moment than Netflix. I feel like I've
right.
seen everything on Netflix already, and I feel like they're not adding a lot of content as much as Hulu. I feel like Hulu's adding more content, and I have HBO through my Hulu too. So
I'm with L, but I'm just backwards on it. I'm a Netflix guy, so we watch Netflix. Like we this is life. Like this morning, Netflix. So
Yeah, I am definitely a Netflix kind of guy. I probably my list on Netflix is crazy long because I don't watch a lot of movies on Netflix.
Yeah.
I watch the Netflix originals and I watch the documentaries.
Right.
Only thing I watch on Hulu are just like I don't watch anything live anymore. Like other than maybe Walking Dead. There's very little things that I would say. Oh, this is the night 8 o'clock Thursday night. I need to be in front of the TV, so I don't watch anything live. So on Hulu, it's only a few things that I watch.
But Hulu has everything. Like it has everything that Netflix has, including. But it doesn't. With the exception of now, it also has stuff that's being presently, like, posted. So Hulu has I was rewatching Scandal of season 1 on Hulu. It has How to Get Away with Murder. It has all of the shows. Like, y'all have not investigated your Hulu yet. That's what it is.
Hulu been out.
Hulu has everything.
I think they were one of the first ones to come out.
Netflix was the original.
Don't quote me on that because I'm going back to 2009 because my buddy Taylor Gerard actually turned me on to Hulu. This is 2009. I don't remember Netflix being out then. But I just always wonder what he was watching on his little device, his little laptop. He's like, I'm watching Hulu. Like, what the hell is Hulu?
Maybe Hulu started first in the fact of streaming.
I think everybody else caught on.
Netflix was the first because they had DVDs.
Yeah.
They started off with DVDs. And
I remember
streaming,
that.
And you had to go to the DVD box, Netflix box, or
Like
you
a
order
Red box?
online, and it would come like a red box almost.
Yeah.
And they would send you DVDs.
And they would send you
everything.
prepackaged, prepaid stamp envelopes that you send it back in.
Right.
But no, to me, Hulu has a bigger catalog. Like every time I go to look for something, if I look at Netflix and Hulu, it will more likely be on Hulu than it will be on Netflix.
So, all right, well.
All right, so what are other things that you guys are binging on at the moment?
I don't really think I'm binging on. Actually, I'll take that back. At one point was binging on the Tennessee honey whiskey.
Hey.
Yes, you are.
That I was binging on. That thing was good.
It is actually good.
Yeah, and so I was probably binging on that. So I've been trying to get better at. I used to be one of those drinkers where you had to mix it all the time, and so I've been trying to get to a point where I could just drink the liquor like on the rocks, on ice. Yeah, because one is less calories, and if you drink, you don't really wake up with a hangover like talk about.
Yeah,
and so whiskey is one of those things that I start drinking.
I argue with my girl because she was like, I'm on a diet or whatever, and she want to be drinking. I'm like, you drink your drink straight. They're not that high in calories. Trust me. Yeah. It's when you start adding all that BS to it.
Yep, that's what it is. We add all the Coke and the Pepsi and the Red Bull and vodka and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, what are you binging on? What else?
Pool. I'm binging on my pool right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget, especially if you live in an apartment, chances are you have a bomb pool. And there's months that, especially in Florida, that there are months that go by where I never even look at my pool. And I'm like, look, when I was in New York, I just was wishing for a pool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, I have access to it. So I've been forcing myself to, in the mornings, like Saturday morning or Sunday morning, just go down with my Kindle, lay out for a little bit. And it has been so chill and so nice and so relaxing. I'm like, why have I not been taking advantage of this
yours is nice too.
Vacation plus that you happen to have every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I went to the pool this past weekend. I mean, actually, what's the day?
Sunday.
So I went to the pool on Friday night actually, and I have a real nice pool.
You have a nice pool.
I think I've been there twice.
You have a really nice pool.
I just don't, my reason for not going more, which is sad, is because there's not a lot of black people in the pool or in the area, and so it's always filled with a lot of white people, and I love white people, don't get me wrong, but we just, unfortunately, I get looked at differently when I go, and so it's a bunch of white people with their kids, and they're all in the pool. I'm just like, I don't even want to deal with that. So but yeah, you should definitely take more advantage of.
Yes,
of the pool.
We're in Florida. We have all these perks of living here, and I think sometimes we forget them and ignore them. So, if you live close to the beach, go to the beach. If you have a pool, take advantage of it. Because I'm I don't know. I've been going every weekend. I'm I don't know why I have not been taking advantage of this very free thing that I have access to, that people pay hundreds of dollars to take a flight to Tampa to enjoy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So yeah, I don't really have anything else that that I'm
Anything
binging
else
on.
binging?
No.
Have y'all heard of the term called binge pairing?
No. What is that?
It's actually a
break it
real
down.
thing. I hit up Elle earlier to say, hey, we should do some binge pairing. Thinking I was being smart and intellect. Like, oh, I'm gonna coin this term. And I googled it, and people are actually pairing food, no lie, with what you're binging. And so it's a real
that sounds good.
legit
Yeah, right,
thing.
that
So,
sounds
so you
good.
know how people
Right.
pair wine with certain foods.
Right. So I can take my ribs and watch Power.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Absolutely. So I was like, it'll be funny to see what we can pair with certain shows. So I got 4 shows. I want y'all to
Okay.
say what you would pair with it.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So the first show, This Is Us. The show This Is Us.
Mm-hmm.
What would you pair with the show This Is Us?
Definitely some coconut rum
Yeah.
because when you're about to bawl your eyes out, you should have some coconut rum to help ease
I do
the
like
way.
coconut rum.
And then I would pair it with, I would say, Caribbean chicken soup. Chicken dumpling
Caribbean
soup.
chicken soup
shit
to
sounds so
feed,
good.
to feed the soul. Yes.
Comfort.
Yes.
So we don't we
want
never
some
we didn't
fucking
have
soup.
chicken noodle soup. We have chicken dumpling soup is what my
Yeah.
mom would always make when we were sick. And so for me, that's like the ultimate comfort food.
Shit.
And so
Wow.
I would definitely be
Wow.
watching This Is Us with some
But
soup.
This Is Us. This Is Us for me is actually going to be a banana split in a bowl.
Okay.
I can deal
I
with
actually
that.
have
I can
I
see
actually
that.
have footage of me eating that already.
Oh,
Watching
yeah.
This Is Us.
I
Bawling.
can believe that.
Cry every time.
I would do a pint of chocolate ice cream and 2 bottles of red wine.
Okay.
Because, you got to have the tears. You're going to have tears watching This Is Us. So, chocolate ice cream and tears been going together for like centuries.
Way back.
Way
Yes.
back.
They come back on
Since the birth of Christ. So, yeah. So, that's what I would pair. Okay. That's some good pairing. What
You
about...
guys' parents is actually close.
He had the banana split and
You
I
had the
had...
ice cream. Y'all were
Yep.
on a dessert kick.
What about The Handmaid's Tale?
Never watched it.
I haven't.
should watch.
either.
You haven't watched Handmaid's
I saw
Tale?
like the first show. You know me. If the first episode don't catch me, I'm gone.
You can't. First episode, you got to give it a chance.
No, I
so,
don't.
yeah.
Their whole job in the first episode is to grab your attention. If they fail to do it, they fail to do their
It's a
job.
great book, by the way.
Handmaid's Tale. So, all right, for a new show I have not watched, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an alcoholic beverage.
There you
Most
go.
li- right,
Be open
so-
to it.
So,
He's
yeah.
gonna pair his new shows
With
with
alcoholic
alcoholic
beverage. And most
beverage.
likely it'll probably be a beer because I just don't.
A Bud Light.
A Bud Light in an aluminum can. Aluminum can, the tall 16-ounce aluminum sports can.
I can't. It
has to be that one.
That was his
Yes.
issue for last week.
Yes,
So
that
you
is.
haven't watched Handmaid's Tale. Handmaid's Tale is a very, very dark show. It is very little happiness in it. It's not a lot in it at all.
Definitely something I don't want to watch then.
But the storyline is amazing. So for me, I would pair The Handmaid's Tale with an 8-ounce steak and 3 glasses of Tennessee whiskey on the rocks.
Now, you coming home like you coming home to work just to watch this show.
You need something tough to absorb all that pain you're going to suffer watching the show. So, all right, Elle, you're going to know this one, though. Orange is the New Black.
Hey.
What are you going to pair with
Okay.
Orange is the New Black?
See, I don't want to steal what you just said, but I have to because Orange is the New Black. They're in prison eating slop, so I want to eat steak and like loaded mashed potatoes. Like I want to eat the prison meal, like the opposite of the prison meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tony, you got anything on that?
Orange and Blue Black. Probably some popcorn.
Some popcorn? He's a popcorn
Some
guy?
popcorn. They funny, and I'm gonna keep laughing, and that's something I can just keep throwing in my mouth.
I'm going to pair it with Public chicken wings and,
Hey.
and a bottle of Wawa sweet tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't knock Public sweet tea now.
I ain't never had Public sweet
Public
tea.
sweet tea and their lemonade is
It's
no.
good.
Listen,
Their lemonade is delicious.
no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Publix green tea
Yes.
is the
I've never
shit.
had it. I've never had it.
Man, listen,
They had a pink lemonade that is
Right.
so good.
So what you're saying, I should pair Orange is the New Black with some
Publix green
Publix
tea.
green tea.
Yeah, man.
Can I spike it with anything?
Or
though?
Hell
Publix
yeah, you
pink
spike
lemonade.
anything you want.
Pink lemonade. I do love some good pink lemonade.
Good. It's good.
You know you black when you love some pink lemonade.
Okay.
All right, last
What
one.
make it pink though?
Some dye.
Like, what is the difference between pink lemonade and regular
That's a great
lemonade?
question.
That's a good ass question.
That's
What
like
make
me
it
how
pink?
that's how I'm sounding about these jumbo chicken wings right now. Like
No, I'm really
Hey,
concerned
look,
now.
the fuck is this
his
thing?
blunt.
right.
What makes pink lemonade pink?
Like a meme right there.
All right, last one. Insecure. What are you pairing Insecure with? What food or beverage? The show Insecure.
I am pairing it with a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc.
We some
Oh,
alcoholic.
Sauvignon Blanc. Sip, sip.
We some
And that's it. I feel like I don't need to eat for Insecure. I just need
Really?
to drink.
Right.
This drink, it's like that?
I'm pretty much the same way. I'm gonna go with probably a sweet Riesling with
I'm not a big fan of Riesling.
sweet Riesling.
I like Moscato.
There's a
Too
difference.
sweet.
Like it's in between. It's like not as sweet as Moscato, and it's not as bitter as a regular Riesling.
Okay.
Sweet Riesling.
All right, you ready for mine? Mm-hmm. Orange chicken with a side of pork fried rice and 4 packets of that sweet sauce.
Damn. I love how
Look at that
it's like
sweet sauce, that
detailed
duck sauce.
you are.
The duck sauce, man.
The duck sauce.
Duck
yeah,
sauce.
the duck sauce. I
That
need that
sweet sauce.
I need that duck sauce. I don't get no duck
Man,
sauce.
it sound like you
real.
going to PF Chain.
I'm starving right now. All right, yeah, what we got next?
All right, so here's another binge-worthy topic: food. I'm gonna start because clearly I love this. Have you guys been to Cheesecake Factory and gotten their buffalo bites?
No,
I have not been to Cheesecake Factory
Ain't been in a couple years.
very long time.
I went last year.
Y'all tripping?
So it's cheesecake bites?
Buffalo bites.
Buffalo bites.
Oh, that's probably, I love buffalo.
It's like buffalo chicken inside these like wontons that comes like it's like kind of like an egg roll kind of deal,
Yeah.
and it comes with it.
Is it good? So it's good, huh?
Oh, I don't even get entrees now.
It's
I
a
just
mouth
literally
orgasm?
yes, it's food porn. Like it is the best thing ever to put in your mouth.
I don't know about the best thing.
It is. Give me some else. What are other things you were binging on in the food life?
I don't, honestly, I've been trying to do better with my eating this year, but I would have to say I'm always binging on Smokehouse wings. Like,
They're good.
their wings are amazing. I don't go that often because there's a lot of calories, but when I go in on those wings because they have so many different flavors, and they're not small wings. They're like
The big
Jumbo.
juicy ones.
yeah.
I gotta stay away from that.
And so
I don't trust it.
Man, you should definitely go to Smokehouse Wings. It's pretty dope.
If they're fatty, I ain't gonna say fatty, but if they're the big wings, I'm not going to eat them.
You like the little small ones.
I like them small. I like
Hooters
them
be
natural.
giving
I don't want no jumbo wings because I know y'all shot them up.
Why you discriminating on fat wings though?
I'm just saying because I know they shot them up. Chickens don't grow like that.
You just see Tony's face
I'm
right
serious.
now. He's so
I'm
serious.
so serious, like
Mr.
because that's how they
Alkaline
get
water
you
over
with the
meat.
sales, like jumbo wings. Bitch, why are they jumbo? There's no such thing as jumbo wings.
This is true.
It's very true.
Yeah. That's probably my biggest thing is what I'm binging on is the
Binging
wings.
wings. What about you, Tony? Any binge food?
I've been cooking ribs lately.
I've been on a ribs kick.
Yeah,
Did you get
I
on the
think-
ribs because I was on a ribs
I think
kick?
you started the sauce. The sauce thing really started the Three River sauce, and so. But I've been cooking like ribs like every other weekend,
Yeah, I've been on a
So-
ribs kick.
and
I've
I make-
got ribs down to a freaking science.
and now I
I
don't
haven't
got it.
tasted your ribs yet.
My ribs is
got you.
he wants some ribs. I got it to where I don't really need sauce now. I make like a rub.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's like I want
Well,
to
you
be
said in
flavorful.
the past that
right?
you like to cook. So
yeah. I used to cook all the time, man.
Yeah.
My friends like love to come to my house on
I
Sundays.
can't cook my ass off at all. So, ladies, if you're trying to date me, I'm not cooking shit.
All right. What about binge-worthy activities? So what are some stuff that you guys love to
Activity?
do over and over and over again?
Tony, don't say sex.
No, because I ain't been real active. So I'm gonna go to my fantasy football. That's a little activity.
They are, because you guys
Right.
should have heard them like 20 minutes ago.
We were definitely on
about
our
these
phone.
dang
So,
teams.
for those who play fantasy football, especially if you're
They
playing
know.
for that cash prize, it is a continuation, always in your phone, making your moves, making your lineups, keeping up with the NFL injuries and everything. So, and then that's especially on game day, it's fun to sit back and watch the scores especially when you're competing close. When you got people that can really play it, it's not just about playing. It's a strategy on watching matchups. It's all about matchups. You might have a great player that you might think that's really good, but he might not play this team well. This team might I'm gonna give a little fantasy advice. Gronkowski cannot play against Jacksonville or the Chargers. So if you ever got him in your lineup and you got a good decent player on your bench for the tight end replacement, play the replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gronk always struggles, huh?
He struggles against those two teams.
Jack's got a good defense, so we won't go into too many details because Elle don't know.
I'm about
shit
to turn this to a sports thing
about
right now.
I just
about
completely
sports.
blanked over.
She fell asleep over in the corner.
But we got female. Oh, really? No, we do have female fantasy football players.
Oh
out there,
yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
I'm definitely a fantasy football player.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I binge on that though. I'm probably binging on cycling. Like
Okay, yeah, you have been on a little bit of
Yeah,
love. You was
Yeah,
on
you
a
seen
binge
his
of
post?
boating too at one point.
Yeah,
You seen this post? We have a little mile marker. I'm like,
I know.
I rode 20 miles of the day. It was like,
Hey.
it was getting it. I don't know, because for me, like I enjoy jogging and I enjoy, but as I've gotten older, my body just can't really handle the pounding.
Yeah.
right.
That's on running.
She said.
So I needed an alternative way to exercise. So cycling has been that. Only thing about cycling, it's so hot here, so you gotta do it
Right.
early.
I'm
But yeah, so
definitely
cycling has been my thing, my activity that I've been.
I be wanting to do all this stuff I be seeing y'all do, man. But I'm so backwards in life right now. Like I did all this at a young age.
Yeah, me too. But I just what I don't want is to get to 60
And can't do nothing.
and can't do
right.
shit.
Right.
It's like I want to start
Be an
now.
active 60-year-old.
Yeah,
Starts now.
So it starts now.
Our generation is capable. I think you're gonna see a lot more active older people. When
Look.
we hit that age, I think you're gonna see us more active than you see the people.
I
now
actually
that
don't.
age.
I think we're less active as a group than the people. Like we're way less active than my parents. Like,
Think so?
I think we're less active outside in nature, but I think we're better health conscious wise. I think we exercise more than our parents do. Our parents didn't exercise.
Hell no.
Exercise didn't
They
blow
always-
up until
Baby,
later.
I'm tired. I come home.
yeah, but they were
put my feet up.
also
My feet need
doing
to be
much
rubbed.
like their day to day was so much more
I agree with that,
intensive
yes.
than ours.
I agree
and
with that.
I know most of my friends don't exercise. It's like half and half. Half of them are like full gym rats, and the other half never see a gym.
Yeah, that's true.
All I know,
So-
some of these 55, 50-year-old women looking good as
Looking
hell. I'm
like-
like, sister, you can
Right.
come over here.
Okay, mine has to be. This is like the complete opposite of looking good, but cooking.
You are a pretty good cook. I
I'm
will
on
give
a
you that.
binge right now of like cooking, but I start like
Where's my invite?
Where was
though?
our invite? We want some food. We love that Caribbean food you be putting up.
I got you.
Hey.
I got y'all.
Okay.
I've been busy, but I have been on a cooking kick. I made barbecue chicken so much until I like got the recipe down perfect.
Oh, shit.
I've been making Spanish rice, and I finally like I get like these things where then I just want to make the same thing over and over again until like I have perfected it. And so, shout out to my girlfriend Rena, who had to eat
Rena.
a ton of
Hey, Rena. How you doing, Rena?
a ton of my barbecue chicken and yellow rice because I just had too much.
I'm not a big fan. I like yellow rice, but I'm not a big
yeah.
rice fan in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my Latino friends, if you go to their house, they go pile it up on you. And I got a step grandmother. She's from South America, and when they cook, it's rice, bro. And when they put all that rice on your plate, it's like, can't do
Yeah.
it. You better eat it.
Rice is one of those things for me, but I do like rice and peas, and I do like yellow rice and fried rice. I never eat just regular white rice.
Right, right.
White rice. And so my next thing is pad thai. Like I love pad thai, so I need to
Hold
figure out how
on.
to
Oh, I'm
make
about
it.
to say, you cooking pad thai and not telling me? Oh,
No,
we're about to fight.
this
We're
is
about to fight.
my new thing. So
I love pad
I'm
thai.
going to the store tomorrow and like getting everything to make it. And
Yeah,
so.
I do enjoy some pad thai.
I love pad thai. I got to figure out how to make it. So cooking is my like binge activity. It's one of those things that you can spend hours doing and lose yourself in. So it's nice.
I need
That sweet sauce.
I need that duck sauce. I don't get no duck sauce.
Sound like you
real.
on a PF chain.
All right, yeah. What we got next?
All right. This week, I think we're skipping what's wrong with them and going right into our what is your ish. I hope you didn't mention your ish during your binge.
What's your ish?
All right. What's your ish, fellas?
So my ish this week, I think Tony's gonna be excited about this one,
what you got,
and
what
he's
you got,
probably even been there. But Tony don't really go to bougie spots. So,
Yeah,
we'll
everybody
see.
think I'm bougie. I'm not bougie.
So I recently went to Casa de Monte Cristo by Tampa Humidor Soho. So it is a cigar bar.
El Smoko.
El Smoco.
El Smoko. Without me, all.
Yeah, so I went there recently on a date actually, and it was actually a dope spot. It was very chill. It's a cigar bar in Soho. For those who don't know, that's South Howard here in Tampa. Had a full liquor bar. It's located at 510 South Howard. Just had me a little flavored cigar. Tony, you been there before?
No, I have not. I've got to check it out, man.
Oh man, you should definitely go check it out. It was
Shit, going this Friday.
Yeah, man, it had like leather chairs all pulled aside. It wasn't super packed at all.
Nice.
And you know, they have the big cigar room, and it was dope. I am
When's
definitely
your
definitely
birthday?
going
I'm
back.
glad.
Tony's birthday is in
a couple days.
Couple days.
I know he
2/7,
posted.
Turn
baby.
up. He gonna turn
He
up.
posted thing on Facebook like
So
he
yeah,
about to act a damn fool.
let me go ahead and just put it out there. So I plan to do a bar hopping. I'm gonna call it Tipsy Thursday because my birthday's on a Thursday this year.
Okay.
So I plan to probably go to like 3 or 4 spots when people get off work.
All right.
Okay, we go happy hour hop.
I'm gonna get off early. Let me
so-
know. I'm down.
I'm down.
Right now, I'm thinking Bernini's, Franklin Manor, and then we probably end it at the Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking right now. It might change. I will post it.
Okay. The Bernini's, the Hall, and what else you say?
Franklin Manor will probably be second.
Franklin Manor. I haven't been to
Right
Franklin
down.
Manor in a
Yeah,
long
I ain't
time.
been there.
All right. Tony, you gonna be 35, right?
Oh, yes, man. Damn, I'm looking good.
It's looking good.
Yes.
I'm looking good in the move.
What's your ish?
My ish is it's actually a Puerto Rico rum called Trigo.
Y'all, we don't really drink that much. I don't want y'all thinking we drink
We just have a
lot.
collection.
We only drink once in a while.
We only just drink on days that end with Y.
Yeah,
pretty much. Sorry, Tony. So what's
Yeah,
the
but
Puerto Rican rum?
it's a Puerto Rico rum called Trigo. It's pretty good. Here's a picture of it, and I'll actually post it on our site.
That's a sexy bottle.
It is a little sexy bottle, like a little genie bottle with a little with a big corkscrew on top. And this is my ish this week. I've been sipping on this thing, so so that's my ish.
All right.
Hold on, what's the name of it?
Trigo.
Frigo.
Trigo Reserva Aneo.
Okay.
Did I say that right? My Spanish people probably like, what the fuck did he just say?
Probably. I'm gonna check it out for sure.
All right, my issue is decluttering. So I have been on this like declutter. It's the worst thing. Don't do it, but do it. Like because it's so much more work than you think it is. Because for some reason your place always gets worse to get better. So I took everything out of my closet
Yeah.
and like just did a full like assessment, rewash, like hung everything up, got rid of a ton of clothes. Like I had so many just random, I had boxes still from when I moved in. So like getting that all situated. And then I went ahead and moved into my living room. It's like decluttering my living room now. The good thing is when you're done each room, you feel so relieved. But the bad thing is your place will get jacked up quick because you got to figure out where to put everything. You know?
Do you think that you are not hoarding is definitely a different level of collecting stuff? Do you think that you naturally just hold on to stuff and like where did this clutter come from?
Well, for me, it's clothes. I have a ridiculous amount of clothes and shoes.
You can't let go of the old stuff.
No, because I'm like, them outfits still rocking.
Hey.
I'm like, hey,
Start mixing and matching.
you know, so I'm like, so it's so hard. But then at some point you're like, you can't keep buying new things and then not getting rid of old things. And so I just have so much clothes. Like when it comes to moving, like my furniture and all my stuff, that goes so quick. And then
Right, the clothes.
it literally takes up half of my moving time.
Yeah, I learned. I don't want to call myself a minimalist, but I have goals to become an actual minimalist and just like not have a lot of clutter in spaces and not going out and buying a big table and a big couch and filling the walls with like art and stuff like that, because it does add up. And then when you move, it's the worst thing
It's
ever.
the worst.
Yeah, and so the last couple of times I moved, like people come over and we're done in like an hour or 2 hour and a half,
Really?
because I don't really have that much. I don't have anything heavy. Like I don't do heavy stuff anymore.
Right.
Other than maybe I think the mattress might be the heaviest thing.
Really?
I
So
know.
I think it's good to declutter. Definitely.
It's nice and it feels lighter, and you're also like, okay, I had boxes. Like everything that I had that was packed up in the closet, I pretty much threw it all away. Like I went through it just to see what was in there, but I've been here for more than a year.
But here's the thing, Elle.
Yeah.
You can't declutter, put it in boxes, and then put it in your car and leave it in your car.
No, I went to the Salvation Army.
Okay.
I'm about to say go to Goodwill.
I have given it away, so No.
Not that L is junkie in her car. I'm just saying, most women I know.
No, I am junkie in my car.
Are horrible.
You're okay. My car is a hot mess. I won't lie. But yeah, I've been on a decluttering kick. So it's nice, but it is a lot of work. And it does force you to realize, like, why do you hold on to the things you hold on to? There is stuff that I'm like, girl, you ain't wear this in like 3 years.
It can be replaced. It's a memory. Hold on to that memory of it, you know.
But it's funny because like clothes and outfits, like there's certain stuff that I look at and I'm like, first of all, I was like, I don't remember ever seeing you. I don't remember even buying you or wearing you.
Yeah.
But then there's other stuff you're like, oh my God, I remember like when I wore this and I remember this exact moment and like I remember these people. I remember me laughing with my girlfriend or with this dude. Like,
I got some old shoes
crazy.
I need to get rid of that just I probably haven't worn them in a year.
Yeah.
And they just sitting on my rack in my closet.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't need those no more.
Yeah.
Why do I even have it? You know?
I've done a lot. I purged a lot.
Do the ones you really know you're not gonna wear again. Like you might have something like I might could wear them with something because as soon as you get rid of it,
That's when you want to wear them. I've done that too, where I've purged and been like, damn it. So I'm trying to be smarter about it, but still like getting it organized. And also just like when you do declutter, you happen to get organized. Like I have all this stuff for the beach and I have a beach bag. And so I've like put everything in the beach bag. So now like if I want to go to the beach, I'm like, it's easy. 1, 2, 3. I have the bag already there with everything in it. It's so nice.
All right. What we got next?
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our advice piece. So you guys have taken advantage once again of calling in and leaving your advice on our voicemail. If you're trying to do the same, our number is 646-481-2368, 646-481-2368. Tony, go ahead and cue that voicemail.
You have one unheard message. My name's April, and I have a problem. I really need your help with my boyfriend and I. We're friends for years before we got together. He helped me get over my last boyfriend and other life issues. He's always there for me when nobody else was around. He finally told me he's always wanted to be with me. Time to think about it, I decided, okay, let me give it a try. Well, We've been together for about 4 months. And he's already talking about marriage and starting a family. I want those things, but clearly not with him. I don't see him like that. I realize I like him better as a friend. I think he would be a great man for somebody else, but not for me. He's a sweetheart, but he doesn't do it for me. Every time I try to bring up how I'm feeling, he blows it off and says, we'll be fine. My question is, what do I say to him, or how do I break up with him and not lose him as a friend? I know this is going to crush him. I've really been struggling with this because his friendship means everything to me. So I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback.
wow.
Ooh, well, you said at the very end that you know this is going to crush him.
Yeah.
And so at this point, there's no way around it. And so I'm a firm believer that your happiness always comes first. And so at least you gave it a try. You gave it a try. You wanted to see. You didn't shut him down at the jump. And so he can't be mad at you for giving a try for something you were really unsure about to begin with. I advise you to definitely I think all three of us are very big people about just sitting down, conversing, and communicating. So definitely sit down and just tell them how you're feeling. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a lot of crying, maybe even a lot of arguing. But you should definitely have a conversation and end it before it gets any longer. You don't want to be 9 months in, 10 months in, and still trying to deal with that, and he's getting deeper involved. So definitely just end it while you can.
I'm in agreement with you, Jay. This is something you just got to sit down and tell them how you're feeling about it, because you definitely want to drag that down the road because it will cause problems or whatnot. But it sounds like he's a little like he's finally he think he has that one and moving a little bit too fast. You 4 months down.
4 months
road,
in,
right?
talking about
and you already talking about building a
different
family.
though, because
Right. So that's my thing. But you just have to tell him how you sit here and feel, and that you're not really the one for him.
Yeah, I think when you're in like best friend relationships, like you originally were best friends and then you got into relationships, it tends to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's either it doesn't work or you're like booed all the way up to the extreme immediately. Like it's one or the other. And so clearly you're the former, not the latter. And so with him, I think you have to really, you say his friendship means everything to you, but it doesn't, right? Because you still want to go out and have a romantic relationship with someone else. Like, he's not meeting your romantic requirements, which is fine. You have a right to do that. You have to get out of the idea that you're going to keep his friendship, because you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
So she hold on. So this was her best friend, right? She said, or they like best friends.
They were best friends, and he recently told her that he had feelings for her.
And then they got together.
Okay, so they've been the last 4 months been there. So he sees the real quality in her. Okay, so I get it now. Okay.
But isn't that the goal of any relationship, is to marry your best friend?
Yeah.
And I think the challenge is, I think people want that. They want to date someone new who becomes their best friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus marrying the best friend who they've known for the last 20 years.
Right.
But I also feel like at some level there's probably a lack of attraction, or a lack of like chemistry in that romantic way. But many women have had happy relationships where they've just been with their best friend and maybe not been with who like lit them up on fire.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to decide, but you have to know that once you tell him, it would be doing a disservice to stay his friend.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning. Like, you need to give him like 6 months at least of just not talking. Y'all like keep going your separate ways. Right. So he has a chance to recover, because he clearly is head over heels while you're not. And so to be in that situation, you need to let him go fully, including the friendship, and then hopefully, down the road when he has time to recover, you guys can go back to being friends. But if you break up with him and then you still are trying to be his best friend,
ain't gonna work. It won't work for
It's not gonna work.
It won't work for your future relationship, because here's somebody that you saying as a best friend, and he's still coming around, but y'all were seeing each other. You know what I mean? So that's not gonna be make your partner.
And it might not ever recover, because
no, chances are it's not. I mean, because he's seeing a future with you. He's wanting to get married to you, and so when you say no, like, how can he really be a good friend to you when you're telling him about your new relationship? How can you really trust his advice, about like your current situation? And I don't think it'll ever recover.
Just ask yourself, why do you think it's not working? And if it's something that can be fixed.
That part.
Like, if there's no chemistry, then you can't force chemistry.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that. But if it's just something that he's doing that you don't like, or it's just something amiss, if it can be fixed, then you should just talk about it and try to figure out if it can be fixed. Because I done been there where I dated my best friend, and when we broke up, that was it. Right. And it hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it hurt.
You lost 2 people.
Yeah, because now I don't have nobody to talk to about my issues or whatnot, because the last couple years, you were my person. You were my go-to. So if this is your best friend, it's going to hurt and it's going to suck. But at the end of the day, it's better for you to both go your separate ways. Yeah. Instead of delaying it. So.
And just be really sure. Like, be really sure this is what you don't want. Like, so is it that he's moving too fast and it is scaring you? Or is it that you're this is just not what you want? Like, you have to really sit down and ask yourself, what is it about this situation that you're not happy with? Now, if it's something that can be resolved or something you need to work through, then I would try that first. Or if it's something like chemistry, like you're just physically not attracted to him, you can't force yourself. Right. Like, that's something you just can't force yourself. So you can let it go. But like, you got to figure out why you are not connecting with him, and then figure out where you want to go. But know that if you break up, like, that friendship is breaking up.
It's done.
Yep.
Right. It will be done.
All right. So anything else, fellas, for this advice piece?
No, I don't have anything else.
All right, listeners, if you want some advice as well, hit us up at alltinoshadepodcast@gmail.com. You can also leave us comments or slide in our DM on our Facebook page, Altino Shade, or on our Instagram at Altino Shade Podcast. Or you can go ahead and leave us a voicemail or leave us a text message at 646-481-2368. That's 646-481-2368. Final sip, fellas.
I don't have anything that's go around. I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, I'm good too. So with that, I'm gonna call this sip session
over.
Done.